Hey guys, Bad Infos here, and these are my 10 favorite characters in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. The people you interact with in this game are a lot more than they are in GTA 3, but still the number of characters present is not that big, so making a list like this was not a very difficult task. I will not include the protagonist Tommy Vercetti here, because I'll make a separate 10 best protagonist list in the future. Anyone else is allowed a spot. Let's see who I picked, and I would love to see who you chose as your favorite as well. So, without further ado, here are my 10 favorite characters in GTA Vice City. Number 10 goes to Sony Forelli. Not the best antagonist out there, honestly. Sure, he's evil and cunning just like Catalina or Tenpenny for instance, but something's lacking here. I like him a lot because of his voice actor. Tom Sizemore does a splendid job voicing him. Sony is the lead of the Forelli family and as such plays a major role in the game. Always hunting Tommy around, always following him wherever he goes, always being one step behind though. He provides some great moments in this game, like whenever he enters Tommy's mansion or whenever he goes on a rant on his phone, screaming his head off. He is always angry and that's why I like him so much. Sony thinks that he is not a man to be messed with, but quite the contrary, he is messed with a lot and is nothing more than a small pest on Tommy's quest of success.
You better not be screwing me, Tommy, because you know I'm not a man to be screwed with!
Number 9 is Candy Sucks. Candy is very smart, her friendship is invaluable, her help throughout the game is oh, forget it, she is here because of the tits. Let's be real, the sexiest character. She provides nothing to the player, the game or the story. I've said it in my other videos before, but back in the day before I had internet, Candy provided the best and only porn I could get my hands on. So yeah, she was a very important figure in my life growing up. She is here because of the tits and nothing else.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Number 8 goes to Vance, a big turd on the throne of crappiness. This fine, smelly gentleman, supposedly the main help throughout the game, is a fine example of why people cannot be trusted, no matter how close they are to you. I know that firsthand. I have lost friends before because of a few measly dollars in real life. Yeah, life is harsh, and Whitey here showed me early. Otherwise, he's a great character, cracking jokes, always paranoid, planning out schemes about how we should take over the town, and trying to avenge his brother. A fine gentleman indeed. Well, he has his flaws. In cutscenes he is semi-capable, but I've had many moments where his stupidity has no bounds, always getting stuck, killed, and many more. However, as a character, he's a great addition to the game, and without him Vice City would be entirely different.
But I know one day I'm gonna save your ass, and you're probably gonna want to kiss me. Wacko.
Number 7 is Earnest Kelly. Speaking of fine gentlemen, Ernest is exactly that. Apologies for using the word sarcastically before, but Ernest is a true gentleman. An old fellow who, I guess... Actually, I don't know what he's after. Money, sure, but does he want me to succeed? Is he just that caring? He acts like a father to me. By me, I mean Tommy, of course. Always being there for me, helping me out, giving me advice and giving me the best plan of action ever suggested in a game. Just listen.
Tommy, rip that guy a new asshole for me. I'm gonna rip him too.
Number 6 goes to Rico. Yeah, I guess a very unexpected entry to the list. Not many even know who Rico is. Nobody mentions him. He's not written or talked about in articles, videos, live streams and so on. It's like he doesn't exist at all. Well, do you know where he exists to me? In my heart. Alright, that sounded a little gay, but listen, this is the second most funny character in the game. I'll mention the funniest later in the video. When Rico opened his mouth, all I could do is giggle at the way he talks. Not in a way to make fun of him, oh no. I love his accent and it always cracks me up. Because of Rico, when I think of Vice City, I start using the word mang a lot. That's his catchphrase and part of his persona. I could listen to him talk all day. I wish he had a bigger role, but whatever, the time I spent with him showed me how funny he is.
Hey, I'm Rico. You the man with the big cojones?
Tommy Vercetti, let's go.
Okay, man. Treat her like a woman.
Number 5 goes to the always paranoid lawyer Ken Rosenberg. Yep, you can't have a top 10 list without him. At the start of the game he's a huge help to Tommy, always giving him contacts, pointing him in the right direction and giving him fashion tips. As a lawyer he knows a lot of big words, and when he starts talking he never shuts up. Well, almost never.
I did not go to law school for this. Okay, now what the hell are we gonna do?
Shut up, sit down, relax.
See Ken, wasn't that hard, was it? I like his purple suit and his always worried look of fear. He is nothing more than a big toe chicken in a city full of gangsters. No wonder he sends Tommy to do his dirty work for him. Chickens do that.
I have been sitting in this chair all night with the lights off, drinking coffee.
Number 4 goes to another funny character in the game, Phil Cassidy. Not as funny as Rico or the guy I'll mention later on, but he's a riot too. Always hyper, always wanting to shoot. Not a necessary kill, I mean, he uses the shotgun range, he uses explosives in a safe environment. Oh, sorry, did I say safe? Take a look at that. Not so smart now, are you, Mr. Phil? Take no offense, American viewers. I don't mean this as an insult, but whenever I think of the USA, Phil always comes to mind. I see you guys as loud people always having a gun in your pocket and exploding stuff wherever you go. And yeah, that's great. No offense. That's what makes him a great character. He's not careful like Lance, or evil like Sony, or even smart like Earnest. He lives for the moment, and I love him for that. That's also why I love my American viewers.
Oh, damn!
And now it's down to the final 3. Number 3 goes to Juan Garcia Cortez, the most serious person in the game. Earnest is a close second. I usually discard characters like him because they're not interesting. To some extent this is true for Cortez, but what I like about him is that out of all the people in the game, I can trust him the most. I can't even do that for Avery or Ken. I would give him all my possessions for safekeeping if I had to. I took care of his daughter, he was forever grateful, I defended his ship from total annihilation, he was thankful again, giving me a boat as a present, he pays well, talks to me calmly, gives me ideas, offered me food for free, made me feel welcome at his party and many more. He is a true friend and a valuable companion.
Lower my personal launch. Keep it, my friend. A token of my gratitude.
Number 2 goes to the biggest, the shortest loudmouth prick in the game, Diaz. If he was tied in my room with no chance of hitting me back, I would give him such a beating. I would smack him across the face several times, punch him in the nutsack twice, and give him a good scratch down there with a fork, since he loves doing that anyway all the time. In a cutscene he did that very same thing. Legs widespread, scratching his kids. Damn, Diaz, have some decency. He is the antagonist we see the most in the game. Sony is a bigger bad guy, but Diaz is a close second. Defeating him was not an easy task, but I needed one to complete this circle. The biggest, the smallest or shortest drug dealer in Vice City has a very big mouth which had to be shut down, and with the help of many people Tommy made sure that happened. Even though I hate him as a person, I love him as a character and always get a good laugh when he opens his mouth. That loudmouth prick.
It is my favorite Alberto movie. It died. What else can I do?
And finally, at number 1, obviously I would put Alberto Robina. I have said it time and time again, Alberto is hilarious. A favorite to many. Some say he's the best in the whole franchise. I wouldn't go that far, but he's certainly the best one in the game. Excluding Tommy, of course. Alberto is a machine made to entertain. Whenever you look at his stupid mustachio face, you can't help but laugh. He dresses funny, he's awkward at times, he's a chicken like Ken even, but actually hides it semi-well. He acts tough, but sends his goons and Tommy to do the dirty work for him. Alberto is a perfect character to break up the monotony of the serious characters such as Mitch Baker, Earnest and Cortez. He is the total opposite, making me laugh every step he takes. That's why he deserves the number 1 spot and why I would not dare put anyone else here.
They mess with me, they mess with the biggest boy in town.
And that's it for all the best characters in GTA Vice City. If you don't agree, let me know which ones you like the most, subscribe to my channel for more top lists for best cutscenes, best games and whatnot. Thank you so much for watching, I'll see you in the next one.